Hey guys, my name's the Dairy Deputy, and I have decided I am not gonna do this session live, mainly because I am actually trying to ladder with this team, and I do not play as good when I record. I guess I'm just busy thinking like, oh, I have to talk and commentate and try to be somewhat entertaining. So, I mean, this is probably just gonna be replays. I might do maybe 1 or 2 episodes live, but primarily these are gonna be replays. Now, I have not lost yet with this team, except during testing, but since yesterday's episode, I have not lost, and I have played 4 more games. One of them I didn't save the replay as because I was like, oh, I will do it live, so I'll just play one for fun, but yeah. The first battle is pretty good. Uh, let's see. I honestly thought that he would lead off with the Quagsire or the Scizor, so I left off with Tree Milk because other than U-turn, Scizor can't really touch me unless it was choice banded, and if it was choice banded, if it was choice banded, all it could do to me was U-turn, which would have hurt, but I could have synthesized that. If he Swords Danced as Mega, that would have been a big problem considering I have a Clefable for my defensive wall. So yeah, I guess that might not have been my best play, but it worked out in the end. Now, my immediate thought was he's gonna go into Dragonite to scout for the Earthquake. So I'm gonna Sludge Bomb and maybe get a poison on it. No, he just stays in. And now he Willows me. And I do go for the EQ this time, and that does 38%. So I was like, okay, that was really stupid, because you would probably be dead by now. And then he goes into Dragonite, which is stupid too, but whatever. I just say it's stupid because it didn't work out in my favor. I guess it was well played on his part. Maybe he was just next level playing me. But I do go for Sludge Bomb now just to break his multi-scale, as I actually get the poison, so that does help. That's really the only reason, like the biggest thing I wanted. And I'm gonna go into Strawberries and Cream, because if he's gonna attack me, it'll probably be a dragon move, and I'm also unaware. But he goes for Earthquake, he gets a crit, which kinda sucks, but in the end it's negligible. Now I am just gonna go for the Moon Blast. No, I go for the Aromatherapy to heal the burn on my Venusaur. Now I have to get the hell out of dodge. And I go out into Silver Spoon because I know I can easily take a Bullet Punch, and he switches into Heatran. Now, I calced it, and Lava Plume from a zero investment Heatran would kill me, but a Brave Bird would do, I think 40% max damage, like 42% or something after the Swords Dance plus the Life Orb, and I decided I don't need Skarmory for much else. I guess it did help against the Scizor, so I should have kept it, but I was like, I'm just gonna Brave Bird, and then I'm gonna revenge it after I die. But I get really lucky, and oh, okay, so I got 47, so 42 would not be max damage, and he misses a Fire Blast, so that's really good for me. I said sorry about that because that mattered a lot. But I am at the point where almost anything will kill me, so I guess it didn't matter a terrible amount, actually. If I lived that Mach Punch and got a Roost off, it would have mattered a lot, but yeah. Then he goes for Knockoff on my Strawberries and Cream. I did predict that. I stayed in for one to hit him with a Moonblast, because I was thinking all you have to hit me is knock off and Ice Punch. Knock Punch. Knock Punch or Ice Off. And I could take either of those, and I could get a Moonblast on something. Hopefully it's you, and I don't really need lefties on my Clefable. Strawberries and Cream. And now I'm going to go into Mandragon, predicting the switch into Scizor, as he's going to hit me with a Bug Bite. That's going to hurt, but I am going to get a Fire Punch off, and that just kills. And then Porygon 2 comes out, and he Toxics me as I go for the Fire Punch, and I get a crit, which is really good, but he outspeeds me and just recovers anyways. Then I go for Fire Punch again, because I'm literally sacking this thing, and I just want Porygon to be lower than it is now. And I get another crit with Thunder Punch. I also took off Rock Slide, and I put on Crunch, just because I think really I think Rock Slide's pretty redundant. The only thing like I really want it to hit is like would be Talonflames, and Thunder Punch will kill that anyway, so it was redundant, I think. And then they go out into Rock Milk, and after he dies, after Mandragon dies, and I taunt him as he misses a Toxic, so that was really good for me. So bit hacksy, but it's working out for my favor. And like, I don't think it matters a lot. It probably mattered a significant amount, but it's not like, oh, you only won because of hacks. I don't think it's to that level. As he does get a recover off, and I am just going to stay in and Pain Split again. I honestly thought I would heal a lot more, because, I mean, Conkeldurr has booty high health. Dermatology, not dermatology, like terminology, but with a D, so that way it's, what's it called? Alliteration. I've missed a lot of turns. So Dermatology. Buns is bad, so it's like, oh, that sets buns. Booty is good, so it's like, oh, that sets booty. Is booty good? Okay, what happened? Pain Splitting, Thunder Punching, and Ice Beaming, and what Thunder Punching me? Oh yeah, he has a Thunder Punch Conkeldurr. Hello. Ice Beam's not gonna do anything to me, and he's just gonna. I'm just going to go for a Sludge Bomb, trying to what's it called? This thing, poison it. And I honestly predicted the switch into Dragonite, but he just goes for Ice Beam twice in a row, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm just gonna synthesize. And I go Sludge Bomb again, and he switches out into Dragonite, which is a really odd play. I mean, I had no reason to synthesize again that turn. And then he goes out into Quagsire, sacking it pretty much, because, I mean, he knows I have Sludge Bomb, Synthesis, and Earthquake. Maybe he thought I had, like, HP Fire instead of Giga Drain, but I just deemed that HP Fire was not, was the least useful, since I do have Druddigon and other things to deal with, like Ferrothorn, and Scizor just kind of screws up my entire team. But we cross those paths when it comes. Strawberries and Cream takes a Drain Punch like a champion. I just go for a Wish, and I'm not gonna protect this turn because I have no reason not to, because Thunder Punch is his only thing to hit me, and it does only 21%, and I was at like 36, I think. I am gonna just hard switch back into Tree Milk. I have no reason not to. And I'm just gonna start Sludge Bombing this thing, hoping that I get a poison. I don't, for like 4 times. So, you know, that's really cool. Probably more than that, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. And 1 from earlier, so 6 total. And 7, so 7 Sludge Bombs without a poison. That's pretty cool. And I finally get 1 on Porygon, which pretty much seals the deal, because now all I need to do is just outstall this thing, which I can easily do now that it's poisoned, because he'll have to waste his recovers faster than I'll have to waste my English, how do I? I do decide just to switch into Bazzer because I don't need him for anything else, and superpower this thing just to speed up the process, though it probably would have been smarter to keep him around, because I could have taken a Mach Punch from Conkeldurr and probably killed him with a Hidden Power Flying, so probably should have kept him, but whatever, I guess. Drain Punch won't do anything, and I'm just going to Giga Drain him to death. I don't want to give him the Guts boost. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter because I have a almost full health Venusaur and almost full health Clefable, but you know. Oh, and of course Rock Milk. Rock Milk really didn't do much this round. Huh. Okay. Well, we have a second game, and he leads off with his Charizard, and I lead off with Rock Milk. I honestly predicted he'd like lead with Landorus and just like EQ me, and he was Scarfed because he has a Pharaoh, so he's obviously Scarfed Lando. Yeah, well, I mean, not obviously. You might not be, but I mean, you don't need two rockers. You don't need a rocking Landorus when you have a rocking Ferrothorn. Anyways, I'm just gonna stay in. I'm gonna taunt this thing, I think, first turn. No, I Pain Split first turn, expecting him just to try and kill me, but that's not the case. So I am just going to switch into Strawberries and Cream because I know I can take any hit. I don't take a Flare Blitz as well as I thought I would. And I'm just going to Moonblast him. I am going to Wish this turn as he roosts, and I'm going to just go for a Moonblast, predicting him to DD again since obviously I would have to protect there, so cool play on my part. I should have wished here, but for some reason I felt like he was just going to roost again, so I went for a Moonblast. I mean, I could have played that game all day. I think I would have won in the end. I'm not sure though. And then I go out into Tree Milk because I mean the only Gengar I run is like Scarfed with Trick, but this is a substitute one. So that's a bit of a problem. Actually, sub Gengar kind of fucks my entire game, especially since he keeps on getting these special defense drops with Shadow Ball, but it's not too big of a problem because I can just go out into Mandragon. I am gonna Crunch first turn, and I'm gonna Thunder Punch because I don't have Crunch yet. I took off Rock Slide and put Crunch on it. But I'm gonna Thunder Punch first turn, so I don't take recoil damage and I still break the sub. And then I am just gonna Sucker Punch second turn, so that way, yeah, he could have subbed on me, but he knew I could break it, so yeah, I felt like he wouldn't. And I taunted this thing so it can't get up, so it can't Leech Seed me. Actually, he went for Stealth Rocks, but still, he can't do that. And he gets good damage off on me. I am gonna Pain Split him. He can go for, like a, what's it called? Leech Seed or something, or Rocks or something, but I don't want Rock Milk to die because it's really my biggest, like, one of my bigger win conditions. Because I just need to know what that Lando locks himself into, and as long as it's not Earthquake, I can easily just survive any hit with Rock Milk. So I start setting up with Silver Spoon, and Iron Barb's Rocky Helmet, Life Orb, no, that was just the Brave Bird recoil, and then I still had Life Orb on top of that, so Silver Spoon died, but I didn't need him for much else. Now, this was the man play. I predicted him to predict me to switch out. And he would just go for a U-turn, which I could probably live. I don't know if I can or not, but I think I can. Hashtag Thomas Tank, well, not Tank. Hashtag Thomas the Tank, GG. He doesn't. He just goes for the Stone Edge, which means Rock Milk can come out because he can't do anything to me. And I'm just going to Pain Split something, which happens to be this Tyranitar. So I'm back to full, and this thing's down to 66%. It is lefties, and I was like, okay. Which means it's just specially defensive, right? No, he's DD. So, the EQ is going to hurt, but I am going to taunt him because I don't want him setting up anymore. And I am going to sack Rock Milk here because I was thinking he would predict me to go into Venusaur, and I could live any hit that was not, or he would predict me going to one of these two, and I thought I could live any hit that was not an Earthquake. I was wrong. I guess he's maybe max attack. Bazzer comes out, I kill him with Superpower. I really don't think he had another play there, because, I mean, he could have gone into Lando, but I don't know. And then I do just sack off Bazzer, because if he goes for EQ, then I'm immune to it. If he goes for Stone Edge, Tree Milk can handle him easily. He could have switched out, so he could get the EQ off, but I don't think it would be doing a terrible amount more than Stone Edge is doing. So I do get the Giga Drain off, and Psychics will be hurting, but I can just synthesize to get almost all my health back and eventually kill with Sludge Bomb. So that's what happened there. We just have a bit of a stall fest because he gets a crit right there. And I have people in my dorm room now, so if you hear them, ignore that, I guess. Eventually this thing will die. Eventually it'll die. There we go. And Thundurus, nope. Okay, now it dies. So yeah, that was two battles that I felt were pretty good. So we're gonna call this an episode. Stay dairy out there. GG.